But let's get into this box office stuff, guys, because I told you all. John doubted me. Everybody doubted me.
Well, you're not right, by the way. We're going to have a discussion about this.
I don't know. You think it's going to be too big of a drop off with Superman?
No, I'm telling you, it didn't perform as well as you think it did. So let's have the conversation.
Internationally, I disagree. But let's talk about it. While Jurassic World Rebirth has dominated the box office headlines of this July 4th holiday weekend, it seems numerous records are falling all over the place. Let's start with Jurassic, which is now headed for $318.3 million by the end of Sunday. That is the biggest worldwide opening of the year for a studio film so far, and the second best start for the franchise. And overseas, only, not domestic, it has pulled in $171 million, making it the second biggest opener for the franchise and the second biggest international box office opener of 2025, behind China's Ni Za 2. In China alone, the film snagged $41.5 million since its opening on Wednesday, the biggest studio movie opening of 2025, and has already outgrossed films like a Minecraft movie, Lilo and Stitch, in those markets. Domestically, the film's estimates keep going upward. 3-day at $91.5 million and 5-day now at $147.3. The success of the movie has also impacted its leading star actress Scarlett Johansson, officially becoming the highest grossing actor of all time at the global box office. It's not the only movie making headlines. F1 is coming in second domestically with a 3-day at $26 million, drop of 54 in its second weekend. The film's worldwide total stands at $293 after 10 days release, overtaking Killers of the Flower Moon and Napoleon to become Apple's highest grossing movie to date. Coming in third, How to Train Your Dragon, which is headed for $11 million for the 3-day and its 4 weekend. Title has now grossed 224 stateside and has become the highest grossing film of the franchise domestically. Ilio and 28 Years Later are closing out the top 5 domestically with $5.7 million and $4.6. Both films sadly have not the kind of legs that were hoped for. All right, first things first. Let's talk about Trey. I'm going to bring up why you can give your spiel on why you think this movie is not performing as well as they're making out to be, and I'm going to look up the full numbers on Box Office Mojo.
Well, I'm telling you the numbers right now.
Okay.
The movie made $300-something million, right, over 5 days. That's what it is. Now, according to numerous box office things, Fallen Kingdom began with $181.81 million domestically.
Okay.
Dominion wasn't far behind with 172.5. And at this point, Rebirth is tracking, it could already rank behind Spielberg's original 1993, which dropped just 18.2% to a second weekend of 38.4 million. Right? What I think people are caught up in is that nobody thought this movie was going to blow up as much as it did. Well, I mean, you thought it was going to do well, and I guess there were a couple of people who thought it was going to do, but nobody thought about 300 million. That's a super. It blew away all the predictions and tracking that people had initially. But the 3-day weekend was only $91.5 million. Now, it opened over a 5-day weekend, but over the traditional 3-day weekend, it only made 91.5.
Yeah.
And as I said, Jurassic World, which initially produced the reboot of the classic, made $208 million over 3 days. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, yes, domestically, $148 million over 3 days. And then Dominion, $145 million over 3 days, all domestic. Right?
Sure.
And after 5 days, Jurassic World had garnered $258 million domestically, $181 million for Fallen Kingdom, and Dominion $172 million. So domestically, it is not. It is tens of millions of dollars behind those 3 films. So
I don't disagree.
I think it's great that it did this well, but I think it's more Bumblebee in the type of movie to the Transformers films, or Hobbs and Shaw to the Fast and Furious films. And in that context, it did well, but I don't think it's going to challenge what those previous Jurassic World movies did.
The warm weather is beginning, and juggling vacations, visitors, zero routine. Hydrow brings me back to that structure so I can get it quick, I can get efficient workouts that keep me feeling grounded no matter what the calendar looks like. Hydrow to me is kind of the secret weapon for a full body workout. It's like 86% of your muscles, arms, legs, core, all of it. You knock it out in 20 minutes. It's super efficient and it actually works. So one thing that I really love about it is you don't get bored. Hydrow, it has so many workouts, it's got tons of workouts. Actual Olympians are telling you what to do, and they're filmed in these gorgeous outdoor spots all over the world. It makes it way easier to stay motivated. So if you're on the fence, there's free shipping, a 30-day risk-free trial. That alone is perfect. Hydrow offers a full year warranty. Honestly, there's no pressure. Try it out. See how it feels. So a lot of people getting a good sweat in used to mean hours in the gym. But with Hydrow, I do but all at home, on my schedule, 20 minutes. On the weekend, oh, it's the best. Rowing on my Hydrow gets me that full body workout without ever having to leave my house. It's so convenient. I just have it set up in my place. And I was like, okay, weekend, can I get out? What am I doing? We're busy. You know what? I have 20 minutes. Boom. In my house, convenient. Hop in the shower afterwards. I am good. So skip the gym, not the workout. Stay on track with Hydrow. For a limited time, go to hydrow.com. Use that code Kristian. Save up to $475 off of your Hydrow. That is HYDROW.com. Use the code Kristian. Save up to $475. Hydrow.com. Code Kristian. Dude, it still has a shot to hit big numbers because of what I've been saying since the beginning of this thing. And it's the international number. I don't disagree with you at all that it is. If you're looking at domestic numbers, it's not like the high gross. But I'd like to also see the comparison, as you just mentioned. What's the comparison with the international numbers of those movies that you just did, right? Because that's the thing, is that these movies, for some reason, they are Teflon internationally. It's like people just want to see dinosaurs. They don't give a crap about what people are saying and subtitles and all those things. They just don't care. It's about the damn dinosaurs. And they will continue to make money. I can't believe that the last 2 Jurassic World made over $1 billion. That's why don't count these things out. And it's the international number that, to me, is the whole reason that things are a success at all. Because as you said, it's 5 days. That's not a super impressive number, and compared to the other ones. But like I said, I wonder what the comparisons were to international. Do you have those numbers?
I'm looking them up right now.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll get them, but I'm looking them up right now.
Okay. Because I still think this movie has a good shot, but here is also the difference. The difference is that it's got now 2 heavyweights coming in to knock it right on its ass. But with international, I don't know how big internationally Superman will do good. I don't know if it's going to do great internationally. I don't know if Fantastic Four will do great internationally. They might do decent, do well. I still feel out of the 3 of them, internationally, Jurassic World will do the best. I think domestically, it's going to be 3rd place. But internationally, I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting because I think it will do well internationally. And listen, just because it isn't matching the Jurassic World Dominion trilogy or Jurassic World trilogy numbers doesn't mean it's still not a good number for Rebirth to hit, right? I don't think a lot of people thought $300 million was remotely a possibility. And the fact that it has speaks to the attention of that the brand still gets from moviegoers, both internationally and domestic. The question becomes how it does in the next 2 weeks. Because as you said, 2 heavyweights coming in, but also the film is not being reviewed very well. And there's a lot of fans.
Were the other ones?
No, and that's the thing. But there's also, I think there's more of the fans who are saying negative. Like you got a B cinema score or something like that, which none of the Jurassic World films I think got anything lower than an A- on their movie scores coming out. So that's a problem. And I think it will catch up with them this weekend and next weekend. And if this thing breaks 500, if it doesn't break 600, I won't be surprised. If it doesn't break 500, I kind of won't be surprised. But
really,
it probably is going to land between 5 and 6. Yeah, because I think Superman is going to come out, and depending on word of mouth, and certainly if there's going to be DC fans who are like, no matter what, we're going to go see this movie multiple times because I want to support it. Look at Aquaman doing $1 billion or Aquaman 2 doing $400 million. No one thought that was going to happen with that lame duck movie, and it did. So DC fandom is strong in the movie going experience.
You still owe me a steak dinner, which we know.
Which we for what now?
That's Wolverine. That's been collected.
That's true.
Collected.
I misunderstood the effect that movie. But then look at that then, because people are saying to me nowadays, it's like on Twitter, they're saying today, like it's not the same box office like it was before. It's like Deadpool and Wolverine just made $1 billion.
It did.
Tell me Superman can't make a fucking $1 billion, but Deadpool and Wolverine can make $1 billion?
It is spectacle movies. There are some movies that are going to be hard to prop up, but spectacle movies can still make $1 billion, especially with ticket prices going up. So I will tell you that if you want to go double or nothing, on.
No, I'm never betting again with
That's
you.
fair. Because I will tell you, I think Jurassic Park definitely clears 700 for.
Whoa, you think
You wanna do
700 million by the end of
double?
its run?
By the end of its run, it's a 700 million worldwide. You want to do double or nothing? It's a good bet. Come on, John. You just said you're never going to do it, but I'm putting you on the spot.
But like it can't be an expensive steak dinner. It has to be like.
Give me a break.
I mean,
I'm gonna collect both of them the same week when I come visit. That's what I'm gonna do.
2 steaks in one day. No, we should be doing that.
Or how about this? How about this? Or we can do we can just add.
No,
I'll
take it.
You take it?
I'll take it. Yeah.
Take it. All right. Double or nothing.
Double or nothing.
You heard it here, folks.
Jurassic World Rebirth will not
700. So all it's got to do is clear 700 million.
Yeah.
That's it. By the end of its run.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. We did it.
Okay.
So let's see what's going to happen. I think you just made another stupid bet.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
What do you guys think about all of this? What do you think about the box office? What do you think about Jurassic World in general? Put your thoughts in there. Let me know.